Welcome back to the pregame. Time now for our Assistant Coach Minute presented by EMS Detergent Services. We have Jason Pedersen joining us. And Jason, offensive line, defensive line, tell us just a little bit about what it is that you do here with this team and trying to help them get better each and every week.
Really just focusing on mentality, being aggressive, communicating with each other, and really getting after our opponent. We've struggled here in the first 2 weeks against two really good opponents, two really good defenses, but the kids are working hard, and that's the main goal, is just to see improvement every day, and being aggressive at the point of attack, trying to, the West Branch Moving Company, we move people. Move or be moved. That's kind of what our mentality is, and we're still developing it, and we've got really, really good kids with a lot of potential, and we're just developing it right now. And by the end of the year, we should be rolling.
Well, take us through a little bit, because, we say these are the true skill players, the offensive linemen up there. But it's not just, hey, we're running forward and just running into somebody. What do you do to try to get some technique and get some things to be able to pass on to them so that they can do those little things the right way to move people, like you say?
Right. It starts with knowing where you're going. It starts with knowing kind of what the play design is about. Looking at film is a big thing, that they're young kids and study habits aren't always developed. So it's watching film, it's critiquing yourself, it's being able to determine that this guy's not always going to be stationary, And so it's, when we come up, the number one thing that I've always kind of preached is communication. Communicate the chaos, have your eyes up, don't just come up to the line of scrimmage and get into your stance. We want to be able to identify who it is that's in front of us. We want to identify where I'm going, So pre-snap reads are really big, communicating what I'm doing. If me and you, Stephen, are working together, we need to know so that we can be in sync and communicate, me and you. And that's just been one of the main focuses for me, is just communicating and seeing the field. A lot of times the kids just think that guy was supposed to go and block that linebacker and he wasn't where he was supposed to be. I don't know what to do now. That's why you got to be an athlete, and be quick on your feet and make some adjustments. So just communication, at pre-snap, and that's kind of where we're at. That's what we focus on to help us get started.
Right. Well, obviously, family tradition. Your dad was our coach back in the day. What's that like, being able to do some of the same things that he did and pass some of that knowledge on?
Well, football is a pretty big piece of my family. Hearing stories about my dad, being able to watch my brother play. I played here. Dalen, my son, played here. Brandon is in 8th grade. I've got a nephew that's an okay football player over in Iowa City. It's pretty important to my family, and so as a coach, you have a passion for the game, and when you kind of cheat it, you take it personally, and for right or wrong, good or bad, if you're passionate about something, you're going to put your heart into it. And so that's just kind of where I come from. I love the game of football. I'm not an expert in any kind of shape or form, but I love the game. I love being around the kids. I love the atmosphere, and it's just, West Branch football is a special thing, and it has been, for as long as I can remember in this town.
For sure. Well, we're glad that you're here. Enjoy having you. Thanks very much for joining us.
Absolutely. Go Bears.
That is Jason Pedersen. He's tonight's EMS Detergent Services Assistant Coach Minute. Back with more of the pregame right after this. This is the Bearcast at westbranch.football.